Hey guys, it's Britt with Britt's Custom Creations, and today we are going to be learning how to measure your resin, how to mix your resin, how long to mix your resin, when to know when your resin is done mixing, and how to pour your resin. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Thanks for watching. Here we are going to start off by unwrapping my B-Spawn resin. I have used different resins in the past, but this is my favorite resin. I get the big gallons because I do a lot of orders, but I will say this one is crystal clear. There is hardly any bubbles after stirring, and then we are going to move on to our pouring. So this is a 1-to-1 ratio, and with this you are going to want to do equal parts. Now, I am going to do 3 ounces of A. I prefer to do 6 ounces altogether in my layers, but you can use whatever amount of ounces you want, but me, I prefer to do the 6. So we're doing 3 ounces of A, and then if it goes over a little bit, don't worry, just make sure your B is over a little bit too. So now we're going to pour in our 3 ounces of B. Once we get those together, we are going to start the stirring process. But one of the things that I do is get a little tub of hot water and stir my cup inside of the tub. Now, a lot of people do heat up their resin bottles before they do it, and this just helps the stirring and the combining of the two A's and B's. Now, we are going to do a slow motion figure 8 to start your stirring. This is a fast part of the video, but make sure you are stirring slow and do like a figure 8 motion. You will know when your resin is done after your 4 minutes of stirring, 2 minutes in the water, 2 minutes outside of the water. You are going to know by the thickness of it. It's going to be more of a water thickness, and it is going to be clear. If it is still cloudy, that means it is not done. Then we're going to start pouring our layers into our molds. This is a physical therapy order that I did and an occupational order that I did. So we are going to be pouring slowly inside of the molds. Once you get your resin poured into the mold, you are going to then get either your heat gun or your torch, and you are going to do a jabbing motion and kind of sweep around it to get all of those bubbles that are at the surface. Now, you don't want to overheat your resin, so make sure you don't do it for a long period of time. It can make it where your resin will cure into your mold and it will be stuck, and your mold will be ruined after that. Once you are done doing the heat gun and or your torch, you are going to want to get a toothpick or a stick, or I use my little pokers that I have bought, but this time I am going to use a set of tweezers, and I am just going to go around the edges of my mold and kind of grab any of those bubbles that are at the corners and kind of put them into the middle. And once I get all of those in there, I am going to go back and use my heat gun again and pop any of those bubbles. If you have stubborn bubbles, don't worry, just scoop them on out and it shouldn't be a problem. Now, I like to use a heating mat. The heating mat helps the curing process. So I usually set mine on there for about 4 hours, and then I'm able to do my next layer of resin with no issues. I will show you guys the results of these 2 orders at the end of this video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment so we can try to go over and get them answered for you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.